This podcast is entitled I and Thou. I, thou versus I, it are two very different ways of relating to people. I, thou sees the other person as a fellow human being, sees the other person as a person of unique value. In an I-thou relationship, a person looks at another as a brother or a sister, someone who is part of the family, a child of God, and gives respect to that person and honors that person as a child of God. On the other hand, in an I-it relationship, a person sees the other person not really as a person, but rather as a thing. A butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, a doctor, a patient, the gallbladder in room 220. There are so many I-it relationships in our society where people only see other people in terms of what they can do or what they can produce. And people tend to be then valued by the other person for what he or she can produce or for what he or she can do for me. They can pay me money. They can make me look good. They can fulfill my vision of myself. He can carve me a good chunk of meat. He can drive my taxi cab to where I want to go. She can serve me in the restaurant efficiently. He can build me a good house. She can bring me my pain medicine on time. This patient can challenge me and stimulate me, make me look good in front of my colleagues, bring me an income, please the boss that I'm working for. The challenge, of course, as healthcare practitioners is to always treat people as thou and never to treat people as it. Now this requires listening, and it requires knowing the real person. It requires humility, recognizing that we are all in this together, that we are all human beings together, made of the same flesh, that we have mostly the same genetic material, that we truly are related to one another. And of course it requires love, real love. So one of the questions that I would ask you, and that I think every healthcare practitioner needs to ask him or herself over and over again, is, will I love my patients? I mean, will I really love my patients? Will I see them not simply as patients, but as people? Will I see them not merely as an illness, but as a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, a husband, a wife, a parent, a child? Will I see them as human beings, relate to them in an I-thou kind of relationship, and never allow myself to relate to them in an I-it kind of relationship? Will I genuinely love them? Will I seek for their greatest good? Would I do for them what I would want someone to do for me? Will I love them as though I would love Jesus because he is present in them? That's the real challenge for a Christian healthcare professional. Will you love your patients like that?